Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to a new episode of Sahakar Sutra. In today's episode, we will have a look at the issue of letting children play games in the compounds of the society. Friends, Mumbai city has its own problems. There are big societies and one building small societies in Mumbai. Big societies, which are termed as complexes, are big enough to have open spaces in their vicinity and compounds, and in such big societies, the societies often have swimming pools, badminton courts, parks and play areas which can be separated and space allocated to people accordingly. However, the issue of children's playing becomes problematic in small societies, buildings which are one society buildings, or if the buildings don't have much area around it to really call it a compound after parking has been allocated. Friends, let us understand one thing. Children are children and they have to play. You can't thrust upon children that we will not let you play. So, what should children do in such small societies or one building or two building societies where they have no space? What children start doing is they start playing in the passages. Then they are scolded by the residents that you are making noise. Our sleep is being disturbed. Go away. But then for some time the children go away only to return back. Friends, the bylaws are very silent. The old bylaws or even the new bylaws do not really specify anything as far as allowing children to play is concerned. Bylaw number 168 though mentions that the general body, the AGM or an SGM, should take a decision appropriate to the society in this matter. Now friends, this is where the society managing committee comes in. The managing committee has to show maturity and understanding while dealing with the issue, and depending on the space available to the society, they should allocate spaces for small children to play first and then elderly children to play. If the society doesn't have space, they should look at the area and for small children demarcate a particular place where they can fix swings or slides or other items which small children can use and play. In such small building societies, games like cricket and football should be prohibited. But even in big societies, the society should differentiate between the area which can be called as a park and the area which can be called as a playground. And allowing children to play in the parks should be strictly prohibited by the society. The society should also fix timings regarding what games children to play in what areas of the society and at what times. And then it is on the children to follow strictly what the society has decided upon. If the children don't follow, the society should delegate authority to the society manager or the security in charge to stop children from deviating from what has been decided in the society. Another issue which crops up everywhere and it will keep on cropping up is children playing cricket or football. They damage or break the windows of houses staying on the ground floor typically, or sometimes even on the first and second floor, or they damage the cars which are parked in the vicinity. In such cases, it is the responsibility of the member whose child has done the damage to reimburse the costs of the damage to the person whose window pane is broken or whose car is damaged. But for this also, any matured society should decide such rules and regulations in their general body so that differences or fights or difference of opinions don't crop up and spoil inter-member relationships in the society. So friends, one has to understand that we all live in cooperative housing society, and it is the spirit of cooperation and the spirit of accommodation which is very important and has to be followed by all so that we can make the society a better living place for us and our children. Thank you.